You check your watch and count the passing hours. You believe that history is locked safely in old books. You think the 19th century is a distant, dead memory. We divide our lives into decades, years, and fleeting seconds. We build monuments to mark our small moments of history. We believe that our individual lives are long and significant. We measure our history by the rise and fall of empires. But this human scale of time is a tiny illusion. It is a brief flash of light in the dark universe. The deep ocean holds a completely different perspective of time. It is a slow, silent world where centuries pass like days. The creatures who live there measure time in generations of stars. They do not rush through their lives like human cities. They glide through the cold depths with infinite patience and grace. We think of our history as a collection of dusty books and black and white photos. We believe that the people who lived in the past are completely gone. We assume that their world has been replaced by our concrete cities. But this is only true on the dry surface of the land. In the deep oceans, the past is still alive and swimming. The cold, dark water acts as a perfect preservation vault for life. Here, animals that were born during the Industrial Revolution are still breathing. They carry the physical evidence of our ancestors' actions in their bodies. They are the living connection between our past and our present. To understand this connection, we must travel to the far north. We must explore the icy waters of the Arctic Stream. This is a place where time slows down to a glacial pace, but a living witness is swimming beneath the Arctic ice. A massive bowhead whale is gliding through the dark water. She is breathing cold air through a crack in ice. Deep in her shoulder blubber, she carries a secret. It is a rusted piece of heavy Victorian iron. To this whale, our history is not a distant book. It is a painful memory she has carried for centuries. If you want to understand this connection, look closer. Here, an extraordinary scale of time is evolving in deep. For generations, humans believed that our lives were long. We thought our technological progress defined the living world. We assumed animals lived fast, simple, and short lives. We told ourselves that only humans remembered the distant past. But the giants of the deep are proving us wrong. The deep ocean operates on a completely different timescale. It preserves lives that began before our modern cities existed. This preservation allows them to carry history in their bodies. Today, we explore the science of deep-sea longevity. We reveal the discovery of the 19th-century whale Harpoon. We show how sharks live for 400 long years. Please stay with us until the very end of our journey. We will share an existential realization about our own lives. Human history is a brief, noisy breath on the surface. The true memory of our planet lives in the deep. To understand this memory, we must look at a whale. We must travel to the cold waters off northern Alaska. Here, in May of 2007, hunters made a discovery. They captured a 50-foot bowhead whale for community food. As they cut through the thick blubber, metal clinked. they found a heavy, wedge-shaped piece of rusted metal. It was embedded deep in the bone of its shoulder. The hunters sent the metal fragment to local museum historians. The historians recognized the design of the heavy iron weapon. It was a fragmented bomb lance patented in 1879. This weapon was fired from a Victorian whaling ship gun. The whale had survived the attack over a century ago. It had carried the rusted iron in its shoulder ever since. This meant the whale was born around 1880. It was swimming when Queen Victoria ruled the British Empire. It lived through the invention of cars, planes, and computers. It swam silently through 2 global world wars of humanity. The whale was swimming off the coast of Barrow, Alaska. The Inupiat hunters have hunted these whales for thousands of years. They used traditional methods to harvest one whale for food. When they found the bomb lance, they knew it was special. The lance tip was made of cast iron in New England. It was manufactured by the Whaling Supply Company in Massachusetts. Whalers used these lances to hunt whales in the Arctic seas. The weapon was designed to explode inside the whale's blubber. But this particular lance failed to detonate, saving the whale's life. The whale escaped into the safety of the deep ice fields. Its body healed around the rusted iron, covering it with blubber. The whale carried this heavy souvenir through the entire 20th century. It carried it through the transition from sails to diesel engines. It swam while humans built cities and fought global world wars. The bowhead whale has a massive, bow-shaped skull that is extremely strong. They use this skull to break through thick ice sheets from below. They can break through ice that is over 7 inches thick. This allows them to breathe in areas where other whales would drown. Their blubber layer can be up to 20 inches thick. This thick blubber protects them from the freezing Arctic water temperatures. It also acts as an energy reserve during times of food scarcity. The bomb lance fragment found in 2007 was special. It was manufactured in New Bedford, Massachusetts, a famous whaling port. The port was the center of the global whaling industry back then. Hundreds of sailing ships left this port to hunt whales worldwide. The bomb lance was fired from a heavy shoulder gun. It was designed to explode deep inside the whale's chest cavity. But this whale was strong and survived the initial blast damage. She swam away into the deep ice, escaping the hunting ship. The wound healed, leaving a scar and a piece of iron. She carried this heavy iron through the entire 20th century. She swam while humans built the first cars and airplanes. She swam through 2 global world wars that changed human history. The blubber is also a repository for environmental history records. It stores chemical compounds from the water over the whale's lifetime. By analyzing the blubber, scientists can map the ocean's changing chemistry. They can see the rise of industrial pollution over 2 centuries. They can detect the residues of nuclear testing from the 50s. The whale's body is a living history book of human industrialization. This chemical record matches the physical harpoon fragment in its shoulder. Yet, this whale was not even close to its limit. Scientists estimate that bowhead whales can live 200 years. Their cells have developed robust mechanisms to resist the aging process. They have unique genetic pathways to repair damage from metabolic toxins. This cellular maintenance system prevents age-related diseases from developing. This genomic discovery is of great interest to human longevity researchers. By studying their genes, we can learn how to extend lives. The bowhead whale genome is a masterclass in biological protection science. They are the longest-lived mammals on the entire planet. Their genome carries genes that prevent cancer and cell decay. They spend their lives singing complex, shifting songs in dark. These songs are not simple messages of food or danger. They are beautiful fluid compositions that change every single year. A single whale can sing dozens of different musical themes. They share these songs across vast distances of ice fields. Some of these songs may carry patterns from the past. They are the oral history of an ancient marine culture. Bowhead whales live in a world of constant winter darkness. They use acoustic signals to navigate through the thick sea ice. Their songs are highly complex, featuring multiple layers of sound. They can sing 2 different frequencies at the same time. This allows them to produce rich, duophonic musical structures easily. They do not repeat the same song like humpback whales do. They constantly improvise, creating new melodies every winter season. These songs are shared across the entire Arctic population of whales. Researchers believe these songs are a form of cultural transmission. They carry information about the migration routes and ice conditions. The genome of the bowhead whale is also a scientific marvel. They have duplicate copies of genes responsible for DNA repair. This prevents the accumulation of mutations that cause cell decay. They can live for 2 centuries without developing cancer or disease. This genetic shield is the secret to their extreme longevity. The songs of the bowhead whale are incredibly rich and complex. Researchers have recorded over 80 distinct song types in one population. They change their songs completely every single year, like jazz musicians. They improvise and create new musical themes throughout the winter months. This is different from humpback whales, who sing the same song. Humpback whales repeat the same melody for an entire breeding season. But bowhead whales are constantly updating their musical repertoire daily. Some researchers believe these songs carry the history of the group. They may describe the migration paths and ice conditions over decades. This is a form of cultural memory that is shared collectively. The songs echo through the deep water under the thick ice. They are the voices of a centuries-old marine civilization. But the whale is not the oldest creature in ice. To find the true veteran of time, look deeper. Look into the pitch-black water of the North Atlantic. Here, the Greenland shark swims at a glacial pace. These sharks live in water that is near freezing temperature. Their metabolism is incredibly slow, matching their dark environment. They grow at a rate of only 1 centimeter a year. For decades, scientists had no way to calculate their age. Sharks do not have bony skeletons with annual growth rings. Their bodies are made of soft, flexible cartilage instead. But in 2016, a Danish biologist solved the mystery. Julius Nielsen realized the secret was in the shark's eyes. The eye lens of a vertebrate grows throughout its life. But the center of the lens forms during embryonic development. It remains unchanged, preserving the proteins of the shark's birth. Nielsen used radiocarbon dating on these eye lens nuclei proteins. He analyzed the carbon isotopes preserved in 28 female sharks. The Greenland shark lives in the deepest parts of the Arctic. They swim at a speed of less than 1 mile an hour. This slow movement conserves their precious energy in cold water. Their tissues contain high levels of urea and trimethylamine oxide. These chemical compounds act as natural antifreeze, preventing ice crystals. Without these compounds, their cells would freeze and burst instantly. They have small, pale eyes that are often blind due to parasites. A tiny crustacean attaches to their corneas, eating the tissue. But they do not need vision in the pitch-black deep sea. They rely on their sense of smell and electroreceptors instead. They can detect the scent of a carcass from miles away. They slowly search the ocean floor for any food source. Julius Nielsen's study used eye lenses to date these sharks. The eye lens contains proteins that are formed before birth. These proteins are not replaced or recycled during the lifetime. They remain as a chemical time capsule of the birth year. Radiocarbon dating measures the decay of carbon-14 isotopes in proteins. By comparing these levels to the atmosphere, age is calculated. The oldest shark was estimated to be around 390. This makes it the oldest living vertebrate animal on our planet. The results of the study shocked the scientific community worldwide. The oldest shark in the study was about 400 years. She was born during the reign of King James I. She was a young pup when the Mayflower sailed. She swam through the depths during the French Revolution period. She was already old when the American Civil War began. This shark is the longest-lived vertebrate animal on Earth. She lives in a world of slow, silent motion. She feeds on seals, fish, and even reindeer carcasses. Her heart beats only once every 12 slow seconds. She does not reach sexual maturity until 150. Her entire life is a slow-motion journey through deep time. The Greenland shark has a very low body temperature of 0. This cold state slows down all chemical reactions in their cells. It prevents the damage that normal metabolism causes over time. Their muscles are also very slow, requiring minimal oxygen and food. They can survive for months on a single large meal carcass. They are opportunistic scavengers, eating whatever sinks to the bottom. They have even been found with polar bear bones in stomachs. This proves they are top predators in this cold marine ecosystem. Yet, their lives are spent in near complete silence and darkness. Radiocarbon dating of eye lenses is a very delicate scientific process. The researchers must isolate the absolute center of the lens nucleus. This nucleus is only the size of a tiny sand grain. It must be extracted without contaminating it with newer proteins. The carbon isotopes are measured using an accelerator mass spectrometer. This machine counts the individual carbon atoms with high accuracy. The data provides a clear window into the 17th-century ocean. It shows the atmospheric carbon levels before the Industrial Revolution began. This calibration was essential to verify the shark's extreme age. The Greenland shark is a mysterious, slow-moving giant of the deep. They live in water temperatures between -1 and 1 degree. Their heart is small and beats at an incredibly slow rate. It only beats once every 12 seconds during normal swimming. Their liver is massive, filled with oils that help them float. These oils provide buoyancy in the deep water column easily. They grow at a rate of only 1 centimeter per year. This means a 10-foot shark is already over a century old. They do not reach maturity until they are 15 feet long. This slow development is a key adaptation for cold water survival. Julius Nielsen's study used eye lenses to date these sharks. The center of the eye lens contains proteins formed before birth. These proteins are not replaced during the shark's entire life. They remain unchanged, preserving the carbon isotopes of that era. Nielsen used radiocarbon dating to measure the carbon-14 isotopes. He compared these levels to the carbon levels in the atmosphere. The oldest shark was estimated to be around 390. This means she was born around the year 1600. She was swimming when the first English settlers arrived in America. She was a mature adult during the French Revolution period. She lived through the rise and fall of countless human empires. She is still swimming today in the deep, cold Arctic water. Aspartic acid is an amino acid found in eye lenses. Over time, the L form of aspartic acid converts to D form. This chemical conversion happens at a predictable, steady rate. By measuring the ratio of L and D forms, age is estimated. This biochemical clock was used to verify bowhead whale age. It confirmed that several whales were over 150. One male whale was estimated to be 211 years. This biochemistry proves the incredible lifespan of these marine mammals. Aspartic acid racemization is another powerful tool for aging mammals. It is based on the chemical chirality of amino acids. In living tissue, amino acids are almost exclusively in L form. But after death or in stable tissues, they convert to D form. This conversion happens at a constant, temperature-dependent rate over time. By measuring the ratio of D to L, age is calculated. This method was first applied to human teeth for forensic dating. Then it was adapted for the eye lenses of bowhead whales. The results matched the historical evidence of the bomb lance fragments. This double verification gave scientists high confidence in the longevity data. Now, let us bring these three loops together at last. Let us look at the grand realization of this history. When you look at the Arctic map, see truth. The ocean represents a deep reservoir of living history memory. Its whales are carrying the weapons of our past grandfathers. Its sharks are swimming with eyes from the 17th century. Its depths are holding memories of times we forgot. And this brings us to the ultimate, humbling human realization. We believe that our cities and empires are permanent monuments. We think our modern struggles are the center of the world. We assume that our time is the only time. Our lives are like small ripples on the ocean's surface. We build our cities and fight our wars in seconds. We believe we are the masters of the planet's destiny. But the deep ocean holds the true records of time. The Greenland Shark swims in the dark, ignoring our noise. She was swimming when Galileo looked at the stars. She was swimming when the first steam engine was built. She will be swimming long after our current empires crumble. This realization should teach us humility and deep respect. We must protect these ancient lives from our modern pollution. We must keep the Arctic oceans clean and quiet for them. When we protect these ancient creatures, we protect our own history. They are the guardians of the deep ocean's ancient memories. They remind us of a time before machines dominated the earth. They show us that our current way of life is brief. We must ensure that their silent world remains peaceful and clean. This is our responsibility to the ancient witnesses of our past. Their survival is a testament to the resilience of wild nature. But the ocean proves that we are just visitors. Our entire modern civilization is a brief, noisy event. The giants below have watched us from the quiet dark. They swim through centuries while we rush through decades. This means we must respect the ancient lives of deep. We are sharing the planet with living records of history. The next time you look at the sea, remember the whale singing her ancient song under the ice. Understand that the deep is watching our brief human moment, but we have the power to protect these ancient giants. We can choose to keep their cold ocean home safe. The future of their memory is in our hands today. If this video changed your perspective, leave a like today. Please subscribe to our growing channel named Wild Sentience. It helps us grow and share these stories with you. Tomorrow morning, look out at the beautiful, wild world outside. Remember the ancient observers and connections in the green trees. They are not empty, unfeeling biological machines in the grass. They are feeling, remembering, and dreaming of their own worlds. I read every single comment on our channel. Hearing your stories is the highlight of my day. It shows how you connect with wild neighbors around you. Tell us your stories in the comment section below today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next.